r/AskReddit. Teachers of Reddit. What's your most Nsfw story from your workplace? A prof of mine recently told me a story about a student of his who gave him a flash drive to hand in an assignment. When my prof plugged the flash drive in and opened the folder the student told him to open, he came across pages and pages of hardcore porn. He, as politely as possible, was like, "Are you sure it's in this folder?" To which the student, who was not looking at the screen, was like, "Yeah, it's in there. Keep looking." After scrolling some more, my prof called the student over to the computer and was like, "I'm pretty sure it's not in here." Of course, the student was beyond embarrassed. Will definitely never ever forget that one. PS. Imagine if the assignment was in the porn folder, though. Like, the student came over to the screen and saw all the porn and was like, "Oh yeah. Just scroll down a little more. Mayo. Porn in the HW folder and HW in the porn folder. The ol' razzle dazzle." I walked in on the gym teacher and the art teacher having X. Right in the staff room. The art teacher had the gym teacher bent over the couch and was going to town. Not the way I wanted to start my day, but they seemed to have started it out well. Edit. Lol, I didn't realize how many of you would want to know the X of the teachers. Both are men. Edit 2. Holy it, some of you have amazing imaginations. I love how everyone, myself included, assumed that art teacher is female and gym teacher is male. Though this could still be true. My guess is 2 dudes. Had a kid in 2nd grade caught fingering a 2nd grade girl in the phys ed locker room after school. Apparently they were both from abusive families and they were victims of XL abuse by their dads. Not the same dad obviously. That's the ducked up part. Both their dads were XL abusing those kids and they coped by trying XL stuff on each other at the age of 8. That's ducked up. Did the dads get arrested? No idea. Don't want to know either. Sometimes it's better to not know. All I know is that the kids were put in foster care soon after and they changed school. Some kids found the typing/programming teacher on Grindr. Catfished him. He sent multiple like pics that he took on campus to the kids. Police had to get involved. It's sad how was he being catfished but still gonna be accused of offending because of those dippy kids. Nah, it wasn't the fact that he got catfished that was the problem. Adults get let off all the time when kids on the internet say that they're 18. Because you really can't know. The big problem was the fact that the pictures were taken on campus. Edit, please. Stop upvoting. I don't want this to be the thing I see when I look at top on my profile. Had a student run up to me and say that someone had been stabbed in the girls' room. Turns out that a 5th grader had started their period. She later got the talk when she got home. Similar it happened to me. But in 4th grade. Had no idea what a period was. And just walked around all day thinking the blood seeping through my white jean shorts meant I was going to die. Everyone saw it. Nobody said anything. Not even the teachers. And it was St. Patrick's Day. Edit. Wow. My most upvoted comment is about my period. Reddit's a weird ducking place. Edit. Thank you stranger. For my 2nd ever silver, and oddly, my 2nd silver today. That sucks. Hope you are not mentally scarred from that today. I walked out of class during a prep period to go upstairs to talk with another teacher. In the stairwell there was a female student blowing a male student. The worst thing was she didn't stop even after I yelled. Many things have happened at my school, but this is the only one I have personally witnessed. It's like they say, if someone walks in on you giving a blowjob and you stop, you are the weird one who was caught sucking Ike. If someone walks in on you and you don't stop giving a BJ, they are the weird one for watching. It is known. My mother taught elementary school for 35 years. 2nd grader told his teacher he was going to shoot her. Teacher blows it off. Next morning my mom waits for the kid to get off the bus. Follows him to class and grabs his backpack when he put it up. Yep. Loaded revolver. No news. Nothing. Cops came. But the principal kept it relatively quiet. This was Houston. Mid to late 80s. Wife has been teaching about 15 years. 8th grader in foster care sat in the front left desk. D8'd his jacket on his right side. Proceeded to whip his junk out and go to Cranktown during class. Wife noticed. Called for help without the rest of the class even knowing. Kid didn't get the satisfaction of her looking scared, etc. Hopefully the kid got help. Brother taught at a last chance high school while he was coaching football at another high school. 17-year-old girl walks up after class and calmly says, "Coach, I wanna suck your cock." Brother was mid-20s at the time. Said half a second flashed by then. No. Come with me. Walked her down to the office, sure he's about to get arrested because she will twist the story around. Thankfully she didn't. Brother quit soon after. Not worth the risk for a young guy. So how does it feel that everyone in your family but you is teaching? Well, my brother's stint in education was pretty short-lived. He coached college football, but after moving across the country a few times in 10 years he came home, coached at a private high school, and took this teaching job. After this issue and others he took a job with UBS Payne Weber right before September 11th. Lol. He has great timing. My grandfather taught high school for his entire career as well. It's a wonderful thing to do. I think if I won the lottery it would be a blast to teach high school govt or normies, etc. But it just doesn't pay. My wife has just about had it as well. You can't fail kids who don't do the work. You can't punish kids for anything. Loud parents get everything they want, while the silent majority are getting screwed. My kids are in private school, and my wife will probably take a much lower paying job at a private school next year. I will take this a different direction. My first week of teaching had its ups and downs. I was teaching a PE class and had a new kindergarten class for the first time. A few minutes into class, a little 5-year-old boy raises his hand. "Mr. Cowtipper, I have a problem. My PP is really hard right now, and I don't know what to do." Holding in every ounce of laughter I had, I told him I was sorry and that we would talk about his problem in a few minutes. Not long after he raises his hand again. "Yes, Caleb. Don't worry. It's not a problem anymore," he tells me with the biggest smile on his face. Gotta love teaching elementary. My first week of teaching had its ups and downs. I was teaching PE. Sounds like a good start for a stand-up routine. Go for it, Cowtipper. I appreciate that ups and downs is foreshadowing. And a pun, which you only understand after you've gotten through the whole thing, really adds depth to the work. Not me, but the woman who taught across the hall from me. She was teaching a 9th grade math class and her classroom had those old-fashioned pencil sharpeners that attach to the wall and you turn the lever to sharpen your pencil. One of her students was sharpening her pencil every day during class and seemed to take a long time to do so because each time she would stand at the back of class sharpening her pencil for 2 minutes or so. After a week or so of this, the teacher went to ask if the student needed help sharpening her pencil. Turns out the girl was putting her bag up against the pencil sharpener and was using the vibrations to get off in the middle of math class. But how? My rooms that had those had them at like chest height. To be low enough for that would be super awkward for sharpening. You now know, apparently, why most schools mount the pencil sharpener at chest height. I student taught in a rough high school. A girl got suspended because she snuck into the auditorium and literally had a line of kids getting blowjobs from her and paying her, then heading back to class. Edit. Remembered another one from the same school. There was a girl who was in a wheelchair and I asked my teacher I worked with what happened. She told me that the girl had a boyfriend the year before and then cheated on him. And the boyfriend shot her in the leg and now she can't walk ever again. Edit again. I may be wrong about her being shot in the leg. It may have been her back, which would make way more sense, lol. It was 5 years ago, sorry. When I was in high school. 2 freshman girls blew the whole football team in the morning after team practice. Before showers. And they honestly thought it would make them popular and that no one but the football team would find out. In a high school. Everyone knew by the middle of first period. Their exit from the school was like a teen movie. Can you imagine getting a call from the principal's office that your 14-year-old daughter is in trouble for sucking 20 yikes in one day? I just picture a mom shopping for a fuzzy pink journal for her baby girl to remember all her high school memories right as she receives that phone call. There's no going back to your days of innocence after that. Teacher here. Only the other day I had a student come and get me in the playground by holding my hand. They took me briskly to the bathroom and bent over and held onto their ankles. They said nothing but grunted a little. I knew what they wanted. They wanted me to wipe their bum because there was poo smeared everywhere. Duck my life. Well, I was an elementary custodian for 6 years. I have poop stories for days. The little smudges of poop all over a stall is like a crime scene. I can see where they tried to get paper and clean up. Then failing that they tried to wipe enough off on the floor and walls. Then all over the door. Finally they used the sink. A couple times I walked into a stall and found full-on finger paintings. A house and stick figure family. In poop. But what seemed worse to me was finding an unflushed log with no paper. Some kid was just sloshing around the rest of the day. And I swear, 3rd and 4th grade girls would clog the damn thing with a lot bigger than my forearm. I would clean the bathroom like 5 hours after school got out too. So it would be sitting there the whole time. I would have to go into a classroom and grab a ruler, cut and stab the thing, and then toss out the turd cutter. Sorry if this is TMI. I switched to a career not too long ago, and just needed to get that out. It's like therapy. Reddit gold. For poop ruler. Thanks stranger. I didn't even know about poop knife until you find folks. Turd cutter. Sounds like someone needs a poop knife. This girl took pictures of her dog eating peanut butter off of her dinner and then sent it to her boyfriend. He proceeded to share it with the whole school and then the teachers found out. Was it Whitney, Wisconsin? Is that a person or a place? Make sure to like and subscribe so we can watch together.